you think if you lose the weight, you'll be happy, or if I make more money, I'll be happy, or if I buy this car, I'll be happy. And I'm telling you right now, if you're miserable now, let me tell you something. You will be miserable with fame, fortune, a girl, everything. You will still be miserable. Yes. And it's the worst thing ever.
Because I know that, when it comes to dynamics of relationships and kind of the place you're at your life, so what qualities really shine for you as you're looking at being interested in maybe dating or seeing someone, and how has that changed?
So I'm always the one in the group that's taking care of people. Like, did you eat? What do you want to drink? Did you make reservations? I'm the one that's taking care of everybody all the time, nonstop. So for me, what's really been something that's like making me like, oh my God, is this guy, like we were at the pool party and he comes up and he starts talking to me and he's like, I'm gonna take care of these bottles for you guys. Y'all need anything? I was like, yeah, well, I kind of want some weed. What does he do? Pulls out a couple joints. Like, he's like, I'm taking you and your girls out to dinner tonight. Like, it's one thing to like stunt and you got money and all this and that, but it's one thing to just like pay attention to everybody's needs and take care of me and all my people. That's what I like. And it's not about providing, because I was gonna pay for the bottles anyways, but I just want someone to be aware of my needs and make my life easier. That's what I like.
You see how universal what she just said was?
Yeah. I didn't say my needs weren't
Don't
universal.
get it twisted, though. I am a sucker for a 6'6" tatted up black dude. Like, let's keep it 100.
Favorites, right?
Your favorites, for sure.
She has favorites. That's what that is.
Yeah.
But what she just described as the thing she's most attracted to was not physical.
If I could give you guys one bit of advice for dating, like, for real, take care of your girlfriend's friends. If there's one way to get in, because when we're not with you, we're talking about you.
Right.
Hey.
Period.
Yeah, that's light work.
The whole thing is, I'm moving my girlfriend's ex-roommate's because they just moved out with each other. Moving her dresser tomorrow.
That's nice. See, reliability.
Circle up. So, she gave kind of what shines about a person. So as you're going into a relationship, what about y'all?
Yes.
Or not even just a relationship, but as you're like getting attracted to someone, what's that shining for you?
Yeah, I think that's a great question.
Yeah, no, me, it's understanding. I need someone very non-judgmental.
Yeah.
Just very non-judgmental. Specifically, I guess, I just want someone kind of like me in that they've lived life.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody looks at life the same way.
Right.
As you.
I think that's a good answer for you.
Yeah, like someone can look at it in a completely different opposite way. And I think someone who's been through things, who's been through the shit, basically.
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption scene, basically. Through the shit out the other end. I need someone like that, because anyone else who's not like that, I can't relate to.
Yeah.
Like, it's a level thing, and we can't get on the same level if they haven't been through something.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's played. There's been plenty of girls who are awesome, but they just don't get it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't teach someone that.
No.
Life has to teach them that, right?
Right.
Yeah, and sometimes.
And as you get older, you realize how like, I say I'm blessed now, but I also know what it's not like to be on that side, and you realize how many people have been blessed and take for granted that they're blessed, and then they're so, I'm gonna just say, inept, because they don't know what struggle is like.
Holy shit, do I know?
Yeah.
Like, so no, like, you have to go through certain things to know certain things.
Absolutely. And your biggest like problems and the biggest things you think this sucks is like, that's your biggest growth. Like,
yes.
Right.
That, look, you want to say, oh, so-and-so doesn't define me, because it's going to be a thing where it's so bad you have to say those words.
Right.
It does define you, but that doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
It does define you. What you do afterwards defines who you are. So, yeah, I need someone like that who gets that.
So what's your shining moment?
Mine, actually,
Selena. Moving on.
She sings like Selena. No, it's actually two things that come to mind right away that I've grown into. One of them, I like this memory because you're talking about my ex, right? So she's in my mind right now. She did one thing when we first met, like, because we were doing long distance thing. We met at one of the double tested events, like for the first time. And then we went on like our first couple of dates there. So we did the whole weekend. We were spending time together, and, I'm exhausted. I'm running around doing the shows and shit. And then I was like, somebody invited us to do one of two things: go party some more or go watch a movie. And I go, what do you want to do? She goes, let's go watch the movie. Yeah. And I fall asleep during the movie, and I feel bad because it was a shitty movie. It's Dark Tower. Fucking who cares, right? Yeah, who cares? And so, but anyway, so like I fall asleep a couple times, and I was like, hey, sorry, I fell asleep during the movie. It's just been a long day. And she goes, no, I picked the movie because I knew you were going to be tired, and I knew you can get some sleep then. And I was like, I cried. I could like legit, like not even cool. Just like,
That's actually really sweet.
oh my God. Cause nobody had been that thoughtful for me
Yeah.
ever.
And most girls are like, let's go out.
Right. And I would have. And if she would have said go out, I would have gone out. But she understood that I was busting my ass. And
Yeah, you were.
so she had the foresight to know this is going to be a time where he's in the dark. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to be with nobody. You have to act no way.
Oh, I love that.
It was so sweet. You know, it was so sweet. And I was like, I need to be with this girl.
I'd rather stay in than go out any day.
And I committed to her on
I'm
that.
telling you,
But the other part, just so I can get into it, you have to be appreciative. Because that's a huge thing for me because I've had girls where I've given the sun and the moon and they don't care.
Yeah.
And they don't match it.
Or they don't articulate it.
Or they don't articulate it. And I'm like, look, I did this, and this. And it's not like a counting thing because I don't even need anything back. I just need you to address that I did those things. Acknowledge those things. Right. And it's really difficult for me to find someone that does that.
So mine's very simple. A massage. I'm always the one giving.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not going to give you a massage.
Motherfucker.
I'm not.
You know what's so funny? So you're more of I would have known this. You're like the love language things. You guys know love language.
Oh, yeah.
So you're definitely a words of affirmation and your physical touch.
Yeah. You need to tell me I'm pretty constantly. That's my thing. Also, but before we get there, what is your thing that you need from, well, you have a lady, but like, what is the thing that you require when you're hunting?
Yeah.
Well, actually, me having a girlfriend makes it very simple because I'll answer it twice. I'll answer it two ways. But first, before you get into that, Danielle, can you guess mine?
Your love languages?
Yeah.
I think it would probably be time spent or acts of service.
Time spent. You're good.
Really?
Smashed it.
Yeah. See,
I don't have a. You know that.
No.
Like I'm.
That's one of my lower ones because you tier them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm always hustling. Like for me to spend time with somebody means a lot. Because I'm like, hey, look, I could be doing a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
And I want to spend time with you. My girlfriend has always done a great job of appreciating that. But, you know, I actually have three, but I'm going to go through two. My number one is, and just, I can't do the on my ass, no security having type of people.
Oh, so you need somebody secure.
Look, I'm free as a bee to do what the fuck I want to do, so I'm Gucci, right? Like, and that's how I feel like, and my girlfriend knows that, like, you know, it's the same case with her.
Yes.
And, you know, we are like, I'm not limited in what I say, how I gotta act, how I gotta be in front of people. And there's so many people who are like, how do you talk in front of your girlfriend like that? And I'm like, dude, because I don't gotta be fake in front of her.
I love that.
And I ain't gotta be fake in front of nobody. And if
is important.
And if I'm like,
if you can be yourself 100%, that's how you can really
it's like
gauge
the bare minimum. You have to be that way.
And longevity, right? And my girlfriend's the first one. You don't understand. My girlfriend's the first one to be like, look at that girl's ass right over there. She's like, and I'm like, she'll be calling it out.
Yes.
And I'll be like, and so it's just because there's communication, there's trust. We know, I really don't have a lot of limitations, but like we know what kind of works, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then on the other hand it's I need someone who can continually, I know this is going to be weird, like, but I don't mean continuous growth in the sense of like, you know, requires me to continually, you know, pick up new skills or do anything. I love women who can find those areas to push me in and enhance myself.
Make you a better you.
Make me a better,
the best version of yourself.
Because
Most
a lot of the
efficient
time,
you. Yeah.
because a lot of the times, and I've even had conversations with my girlfriend, she's like, it's not very easy. Like, you don't show your flaws on your sleeve. And I'm like, I'm just good at hiding.
Poker face.
But I'll explain where I'm vulnerable. But I need someone to look at me and be like, hey, you know what, you speak 3 languages, I'm gonna need you to speak 4 or 5, right? I'm gonna need you to like,
Pushing
Jesus,
yeah.
man.
Bro,
That's
like,
dope.
Yeah.
TJ, I didn't know you
like
got all
that.
these skills, fucking speaking languages, playing
The
instruments.
chef also.
Yeah.
Oof, I missed my opportunity back in 08 or whatever.
08, weren't you
2013.
16? Jesus
I was
Christ.
about to say, yeah, like
that
13.
young? How old are you?
my
He
God,
won't say.
He won't
I'll
say.
never say.
As long as you over 18, I do not give a damn.
There it is.
I don't.
There you are,
Who said
listeners.
opportunities were lost? Let me call my girlfriend. Nah.
Which kind of brings us full circle. We know why we're here. Chill the fuck out. Sex-wise. Look, I'm going to say something. Again, Danielle, I hope you have my back on
What?
this.
We'll see.
Anyone who says this, and you especially listen, motherfucker. You especially listen. Anyone who says There are many things that are important. You know, sex isn't important. Everything else, blah, 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 blah. Fuck that. Sex.
I need good sex.
Yeah. Well, who
very
says
high.
that?
A lot of people say that
Okay.
shit.
Well, they're liars and fools.
I think
They're
sex. I
absolute
think.
lies.
I think you got to word like this. You have to have compatible sex preferences and a
Sexual
compatible
chemistry.
sex drive. Because it's great if the
Yes.
sex is
Oh,
good,
yeah.
but if I don't ever want to do it and you do, it's a problem. So you have to match.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
has to be equal. And there'll be times with long-term relationships where you're going to go a couple weeks. It's not going to be perfect. There'll be times where you fuck 10 times a day, but you have to have, some type of balance. So
Yeah.
sex is important,
It's
but it's
very-
not everything.
It's no. That's the thing.
Yeah,
That is true.
I
It's not
agree.
everything, but it's important. If you want a true relationship, if you want that
Yeah.
happiness, as we talk about.
Well, it's also, I think, has to do with your attraction level too. It's like you have to be attracted
well,
to them.
obviously, yeah, it's part of sex. You know,
Yeah.
And then
it's
you also-
part of sexual chemistry is, she's absolutely
Visual,
right.
especially for men, they're so fucking visual.
I think that I think that another important area is also understanding that you won't match every one of your partner's needs.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no,
being either
that's
comfortable
the
with
thing.
that or
Look.
being like, hey, go search for that, and we can have an understanding. There's so many different variables that you can attribute to that.
Yeah.
Right. But you got to be able to be comfortable with being like, hey, I'm not comfortable with that, and that probably might not be my move, but I also am willing to work or try and
Yeah.
engage on those areas
I
too.
want to commend you for saying that because yes, look, you may be somebody's 8 or 10 or 7, and you may be somebody's 2.
Yeah, that's
Because
actually
it's
something
just
I've
no
been dealing
sexual
with.
chemistry.
Yeah, that's something I've actually been
It's
dealing with a
very
lot
important.
lately, and I've been having a hard time. I know it's just my ego, but like we went out, me and my friend Lauren went out, and I was like crushing on this guy on the gram, and he just doesn't pay me no mind. And then I saw him in real life, and I was like, I'm so obsessed with you. And he looks at my friend and goes, "You look like trouble." I'm like, no, I'm the one you're supposed to fuck with. But then another guy comes and he wants me, but doesn't want my friend Lauren, and I'm just like, I want everybody to want me. Maybe I need to work on that.
Yeah. That might be a thing.
It's not a good thing.
Well, pause. What's wrong with these niggas that don't want you? That's the real.
Right. At the end of the
Boost
day.
your homegirls.
Whatever. Doing that to Danielle? Incorrect.
Some men might.
And I'm just fucking.
But the other
It's a
person-
joke, Tom. It's a comedy show, you
fuck
fucking
that.
asshole.
No, I don't give a shit. We're talking about people's confidence and mental health.
Well, I don't have either one of those, so you are out of my element.
He tripped you. He tripped.
Shut the fuck up then.
Yeah, when you lack neither,
No, listen.
you can speak however you want in any realm.
Like you've seen me when I've had not like when I've had really had like, when I say no money like in comparison, right? I've always been investing. I've always been, you know that. But like, you've also seen me change stage, and you've seen me change. Like, shoot, you've seen me. I change weights like Oprah, bro. Because I'll be like, if I'm not in season for powerlifting, bro, I'm not trying. I'm not trying.
Your weight do be fluctuating like a motherfucker.
Because I'm telling you, coming in a couple months, because I actually I'm signed up for a competition in March, and so I'm not looking forward to that. But like, come December, I'll be back to the usuals.
Yeah,
right?
because you take shit to extreme. You be like, I'm only eating chicken and broccoli for 100 years.
That is
I'm only
true.
drinking a gallon of water. I'm not having any soda. I'm not having any sugar. I'm not having any.
straight.
Motherfucker is the most disciplined person.
He is.
Right.
That's how you were when I first met you. I was like, damn, this guy's on one. I need to get my gallon of water and
shit.
drink my shit.
No, I mean, I just be, but my whole thing is right. Like, at the essence of it is, I love myself no matter where it goes.
Yeah.
Because the thing, and it's why I hang out with you. It's why I hang out with anybody who I surround in my circle. Because once again, I'm actually a loner type. Like, I don't like being around people.
As am I.
Right? But it's because like there's qualities about you that are worth shining and always showing, and you got to be confident.
Oh no, it's not about that. My thing is, I don't know, because I do
know
go.
what your
I
fucking
know what it
thing
is.
is.
I
Yeah.
know it too because I go to therapy. Because you talk about therapy and make sure you're good. So
Yeah.
I've actually been working through a lot of this
Mental health
shit.
is
Mental health
important.
is paramount. I
Yes.
went through a real bad depressive episode last year after kind of the winter. Essentially, you can call it the whole thing where I was in a bad spot. But I was already going to therapy anyway, and got me through that, coming out the other end pretty good. But perfectionist tendencies I've learned give you a low self-esteem, so view of yourself. Because my thing is, I know I can always do better, and I don't know if that's always true, but I always believe that of myself. So that if I'm not at wherever I think I can be, then I don't feel good about myself. That's really where it is.
That's not good.
It's not good.
Self-inflicted suffering for no reason.
Right, which my therapist was working on, but the idea is that that's where it comes from, right? Where it's like, oh, I'm 6'4", but I'm also a big guy. Well, I know I can lose weight, so I'm not going to be good enough until I do that. And people will say the things that are correct, which is you don't believe in yourself, believe in how you look, you got to live in your own body, be comfortable in it. But I don't hear that. because
Yeah.
my brain thinks incorrect objectivity of, oh, I need to be this to be this. I need to have this to be this. I need to do this to be this. And they get it because
It
they're.
breaks my heart, Dave.
Yeah, no,
It
and I know it's wrong, but when it's something that's ingrained in you for
Yeah.
in a culture, especially Mexican culture, where your whole persona as a man is to produce
Yeah.
and to make
Yeah, and provide.
and provide, right?
No, that-
So yeah, so knowing that I can make better, do better, provide more for everyone around me, that's where it comes from. And so my thing is that, I can always do more, so nothing is ever enough. I am never satisfied, and that's really hard. And that's hard for other people too, because I put that on other people in other relationships. That's not good either.
Yeah.
Where I'll even be like, in my brain, I'll be like, you are not doing this enough, and I feel like I'm doing enough, because there are certain finite things you can do in relationships that are enough.
Yeah.
And I'll find myself judging other people for those things. So it's like, yeah, it's a weird dynamic that I'm really working really hard on to
It just
break
takes
down.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to therapy for it, which
Yeah. Well, I know other things too.
Much, man. Yeah.
My whole thing, right, is especially when it comes to those things like that, and I mean, I've told you this before personally. When I come from a perfectionist mentality,
Right.
I did not, to be just 100% frank, in my situation, I did not have the opportunity to fail.
Right.
My family, I still don't have the opportunity
Yeah.
to fail.
Yeah.
Right. Am I allowed to? Can I do it for myself? Fuck yeah. I'm allowed to take risk when I want to, because it's me. Right. But in my personal sense, I'm a similar sense of perfection where everything's got to be teed. But I also understand that there's perfection in the imperfections, because
Yeah.
that's what makes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
There's no such thing as perfect.
there's no
No.
such thing as
Right.
perfect. Like, look, I told you I love myself to a T. I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. I am not good at ping pong.
You're not gonna. Everybody
Son
thinks
of
if
a
I lose the weight, you think if you lose the weight, you'll be happy, or if I make more money, I'll be happy, or if I buy this car, I'll be happy. And I'm telling you right now, from somebody who has had everything and had nothing, it literally starts from within. It sounds so corny, but there's nothing on this planet. Maybe a relationship. If I fall in love, meet the right person. If you're miserable now, let me tell you something. You will be miserable with fame, fortune, a girl, everything. You will still be miserable. And it's the worst thing ever.
Right. And that's the thing. I don't subscribe to that whole relationship thing. I was there where I was like, I need a girlfriend. I'm the best. I'm a better person when I have a girlfriend. That was kind of the mentality. And to some extent it was true, because I wasn't doing the work that I needed to understand that, I was doing the effort for myself because of this other person, not for myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of people get caught in that little trap where it's like, I'm a better person because I'm with a girl. It's like, no, you're treating yourself
just
better because you have
more alert.
permission.
Yeah.
You have permission to
all,
do
yeah.
so because you're with somebody who cares about you at least a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
No, you're really doing it more for them than yourself.
Right. And the thing is that doing it for myself is stupid hard for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, you
Look,
get up, do it every day, make the
It seems
choice.
Exactly. No, fuck. Exactly. She's right. Like, you can't. A lot of people are like, take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself. Something I learned very much so. You cannot take care of yourself if you don't care about yourself.
Yeah.
It's
Man,
very
Tommy with the
difficult.
facts.
Damn, get it on a t-shirt, my guy.
Motherfucker done lived. Hey, it's very true. It's been plenty of times. Still, I struggle with it. Where I just don't give a fuck. I could
We
care
all do.
less.
Yeah, and there's good days and bad days.
Good days and bad days. You can care less.
Here's one thing that helped me. You know how you treat your friends? If you had your friend here, let me get you a drink, or you need a blanket, you cold. Talk to yourself like you're your friend. Like, that's why my apartment's so messy.
My first thing was like, I'm not my friend. That is a
to.
totally unhealthy thing to say.
But you have to train your brain to go,
You
okay,
do.
but do it for yourself.
Exactly.
Pretend somebody's coming over when really just you're coming over.
No, but these guys come over all the time. That's not
Masturbate
my
if you
plate.
have
What
to.
are you talking about?
Do the stranger.
No,
I don't
I'm
know what
talking
to
about
tell
being
you.
healthy with your food choices and making the right decisions as far as exercising and all the stuff that you would tell
Yes.
your best friend to do. If she called you with the problems that you have right now, you would say, well, maybe just try to work out three days a week or whatever your problems are that you're dealing with.
but speaking and doing are two different things. That's always something.
Exactly.
No, but that's always something I've had a problem with is execution.
But it starts with the thoughts.
Right.
Sammy.
My thoughts are stupid though.
Well,
my
you
brain
better
tricks
learn.
me. No, that's what it is. Because when your brain tricks you into thinking and you've been patterned a certain way, when you're one of the other things that is revealing my shit out here, I guess. the other thing that they noticed about in my therapy, she had me do a, what do they call it? A self-kindness test, where it was a couple questions, right? And it was indicating what your level was of like how kind you are to yourself, essentially, and then how you see yourself in the scope of the world. I'm okay kind to myself. Like I understand I have good qualities. I'm not just like, I'm a piece of shit forever. That's not the case. But the one that I scored the worst on was my viewpoint of myself amongst the community, amongst the world, amongst humanity, which means that in my brain, I think that I am more superhuman, or in the sense that I am not bound by the rules of what humans do and human error. I have to be an absolute. I have to be better than.
But you have to understand too,
so that helps. So I have no pattern of grace for myself, and I'm barely learning that.
Yeah.
Barely
Well, at
learning
least
a
you know
little
that.
bit.
And one thing I learned too is that like you're separate from your thoughts. So even though my thoughts might tell me some fucked up shit about myself sometimes, the important thing is acknowledging your thoughts and training your brain to actually listening to what the fuck you're thinking about, and then realizing, okay, this is just a thought. It's not a fact. It doesn't define me. It's not who I am.
Right.
And now that I can, because all your brain is ever thinking about is two different things, and there are two gifts that we have as human beings, which are gifts and a curse, and it's your memory and your imagination.
Right.
And these two things is all your brain is ever fucking thinking about. So when you're driving home tonight, or you're laying down in your bed, listen to your thoughts and go, is this a memory or is it an imagination? And once you can establish it, then you can say, okay, put it aside. These are not facts, and you can move on.
Right. And that's the only way I've been able to make any sort of
said,
breakthrough.
yeah.
Very well said, actually.
I'd be on a journey of self-worth and because I just want to be happy.
And so, yeah, like I said, mental health is a real thing. You go to therapy, I go to therapy. I'm sure everybody here goes to therapy. Boom. Like, you got to, man. Like, it's important, especially black people. Let me just side note. No, it's honest to God,
it is.
man.
No, I'm saying for
Honest
Mexicans
to
too.
fucking God. No, like, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, absolutely not. Fuck that.
If anyone needs it, it's us. I assure you.
Oh, trust me.
That shit is real. Like,
you think you'll find out things and areas in your life that you didn't know impacted you as much as you didn't think they did, but they actually do, right?
Yes.
Right.
And I want to stress the importance of understanding these sorts of areas, even if you aren't impacted by it on the reg, right? I'm full disclosure, I'm not someone who goes through anxiety or depression. I've had an anxiety attack once.
Must be nice.
No shit.
Pause.
Heteronormative bastard. No, I'm sorry. Neuronormative bastard.
No, my girl.
I bet he's not even on medication.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah.
Never.
Prescriptions.
No, but my girlfriend even gives me shit about it because she's
Right.
you don't have trauma. So I'm like, it's not like that. But
Right.
understanding those areas are quintessential because you'll identify some stuff within yourself, but you'll also be better equipped as a friend to support different individuals who might be going through that. And the most important thing about these networks, what we need to understand about mental health is it's a team effort, right? It's gonna require.
It's a village.
It's a village.
Oh,
Like,
it
thank
is.
you. It's
It's a
your
support
community.
system.
It's the people you surround yourself with, and so. Hey, if you want to claim yourself as an ally, as a homie, as a friend, I promise you one of your friends is going through it and you need to understand what it's like so you're not like, damn, why are you depressed? What's so wrong with your life? Like all those sorts of initiations and questions are going to flaw you in the long run.
Can I tell you that's the biggest guilt I felt in therapy was that my life is actually pretty dope. I have a great relationship with my parents and my family, and then realizing that somewhere along the line, few little things are said, few little things are done, not even mistakes, just things. And that sets a whole course for something that you got to fix. Yeah. That's so fucking frustrating.
You need to have a plan when those thoughts start coming into your brain.
Oh no, they're gone. It was temporary, but I pulled out all the stops. I was at my therapist twice a month. No, like almost once a week. At certain points, I had TJ on call. I had my other buddy on call. I had my cousin on call. I had my brother on call. I had. At any moment, at any time of night, I had someone on call that I could go to in the event of a crisis. And there was only maybe 2 or 3 times where it was a crisis thing. But even then, like I said, I never had that urge to take it to that next level, which
Thank God.
other people do. And that's the scary fucking part.
And one lesson that kind of completely flipped the script for me was I have zero control of shit.
Yep.
When you realize that, and that's the thing I've been fucking dealing with.
Me and him have to talk about it all the time.
Yeah. Once you do that, it's the most freeing thing ever. You don't have control of shit. Anything can happen. Well, yes, you do. Yeah, you do. You have control the things you can control. That's what I would say.
And my thing is, I don't know what I can and cannot
but your shit
control.
was death. So,
Oh, well, that one's,
Yeah.
that one I fade in and out of, I'm working through.
right. But that was what got me on that whole,
Right.
you can't control shit like that.
Right.
Major things.
You
Plain
want
and
control?
simple.
Release control.
That's it.
Give it up, and now
That is how
you have
release
control.
it, because it's literally the only analogy I can say is like you're a surfer riding away.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall the fuck off, and it's gonna suck. It's
Yeah.
how you deal with it. It's just about how you deal
Yeah.
with things.
Right. And see, my thing
That's
is
what
just
it
be a
is.
better surfer. Why don't you, why are you falling off? But that's
That is how his
a
brain
good way
thinks.
how it works, right? Is because you're saying, I'm going to ride the wave. If I fall off, I just got to go with
Wait.
it.
You need
You're
to stop
gonna
thinking like
fall
that, and
off.
you need to think to yourself, replace everything with gratitude and go, I'm just thankful I have feet and legs to stand on this surfboard.
Yeah.
See, I have none of that.
Bro,
You
see,
have
that-
to
and that's the pro-
ingrain
no, but-
gratitude.
Anybody,
Right.
no.
Have to.
Anybody can tell you. Thank you for saying that. Anybody can tell you when someone asks me, dead ass, like on all of my client calls and any presentation I've ever given, if I'm picking up the phone call and talking to someone in relation to work, in relation to whatever, if you ask me, hey, how's your day going? I'm gonna tell you I'm alive and breathing because I'm blessed
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
You should be,
Like,
I'm telling you,
especially this year, bro.
if you could try every day to try to at least have 5 moments where you just think to yourself, I'm thankful for this, da da da. When you're in the shower, it's about mindfulness. You have to be mindful. When that water is hitting your body and it's hot and it feels good, you need to just really, really, really feel it and say, wow, I'm so thankful for this hot water right now. Because let me tell you something. There's more people that don't have running water in this world than there is that do. And I lived in an area where I didn't have running water or cold or hot water or anything. So just little things like that. If you knew all the beautiful things in your life, you would be on the ground crying with gratitude,
would,
thanking the Lord that, think about it. You could get a call right now that your mom is sick or in the hospital and now you got to rush to California. People's health, your health is the biggest flex on the fucking planet. And the way to like really, really tap into that and to tap into mindfulness is gratitude. And if there's one thing that's changed in my life and something I will never stop believing in and preaching in is try so hard, at least 5 to 30 million times a day. Gratitude. I'm thankful I have gas in my car. I'm
Yes.
thankful there's no traffic right now. I'm thankful my
Every
phone's not
little
dead.
thing.
I'm thankful that my little niece just had this lung surgery. Now she's straight. I'm thankful my sister's alive. I'm thankful my mom and dad are healthy. There's countless shit.
You know what? I love that she said that. Shut up.
I didn't say anything. I just breathed
You
in
didn't have
agreement.
to. You breathe and I know what the fuck it means.
Breathe in agreement.
Gratitude is
You know
the
what?
jam.
We got how many fucking...
Put that on a t-shirt. Gratitude is the jam.
It is.
She's right.